Welcome to another episode of It's a Jungle Out There. I am your host and queen, Maria Tabraya. As you know by now, the show is about kings and queens living, excelling, and thriving in their own jungles. Today's guest was named by Harper's Bazaar as one of the world's top planners, and Guerdy Abraira of Guerdy Design has a story on life that is filled with the guts, determination, and ambition it takes to be the queen in her own jungle. She also will be seen globally in December as one of the Real Housewives of Miami, so she will be a face that will be everywhere very soon. Let's get right into it. Welcome, Guerdy.
Thank you so much, Maria, for having me.
Thank you.
I want to reach out to you because my family's here and we experienced your beautiful property and it is very special.
Thank you. That's the idea, to make everybody very welcome.
It is amazing. I appreciate the VIP tour because my kids are like freaking out over all the animals that you have. And it's just a really beautiful place here.
Thank you. Thank you.
Yeah.
Okay. Tell us how you came to be the queen in your own life today.
Oh, God. I'm not too sure. I think I'm a queen. You know, I should know that I'm a queen. But, you know, I've always feel like I always want to aim for more. I always have a next level that I want to achieve, and so I've never stayed stagnant in my place, you know. I know I've achieved a lot, and it hasn't been easy, but there's so much more to do that I feel like I just got started, and so I'm very, very excited about the future.
So tell me, what is it in the future that you have that you're excited about?
Well, I mean, first of all, I'm excited to see my kids grow, God willing, of course. I'm excited for everything that's happening with my career. We're officially fully booked for 2022. We have some amazing productions happening all over the world. And, you know, I'm just kind of like taking opportunities as they come to me.
Talk to me a little bit about that.
Okay. Well, I mean, I feel like I'm a global representative of my own world because, you know, I come from a very culturally diverse, you know, family. And so it's always been in my gut to want to expand and do these types of destination weddings. So I've been in, you know, Cabo. I just came back from Portugal. I've done weddings all over the world, you know, the Cayman Islands. I'm doing weddings in Jamaica, New York, of course, just all over the place where I feel like there's a passion there where it leads me to be creative. And so with that said, I just always was a creative nomad is what I call it.
Creative nomad?
Creative nomad because it's just innate. Everywhere. I have to go in a sense and explore more. To stay in one place forever is what? That's dying, not living, right? So for me right now, it's my thing, and I have a great support system. My husband never questions my whereabouts. He knows that I'm in search always for new and, you know, just more in my brain that I need to express. And so he treats me like an artist. And he's like, do your thing. And so that helps. That helps a lot for me to be able to grow.
Yes, to be able to grow as a person.
Yeah.
Talk to me. You lived in Paris, right?
Yeah, so I was born in Haiti. I'm Haitian. I was raised in Paris. So at the age of 1, my family moved to Paris, and I lived there until I was 9. And then at 9, my father, who's a pastor, decided to come to the U.S. and seek the opportunity and the American dream. And then I'm one of 7 children, so it was hard to bring us all here and kind of like start anew, pretty much. Life. Didn't speak English. It was just very different. I remember how flat the surface and how hot it was in Miami. But I've been here ever since, and I will never look back. It was the best decision that he ever made for us, really.
Okay, it opened the doors for your career.
I wouldn't have been here, I think, if we stayed in Paris. It would have been just a different future for me. I think that America itself really is the land of opportunity. If, you know, you got to work hard, of course. You have to be very persevering. You know, I like to say you have to have no shame in a sense.
No shame, determination.
That's right. And it's hard. Not everybody can do it. But when you know what you have to offer to this world, and it's just something that you know you
trust yourself. You
have to. You have to.
Okay. So tell us a little bit about what's been your greatest event ever.
Well, you know, to me, it's all about perspective because a great event to me may be somebody else's mediocre, right? But I highly doubt it. But the point is that for me, I think that the greatest events are really all of them equally just because they're a reflection of my client. So I don't have hierarchy when it comes to my events because I feel like it's all so special. I drop the mic all the time because I know for a fact that I hit the right nod and note in the head that represents the people whose celebration it was for.
So basically, what you do is you get their input and then you run with it and
100%.
help them.
Trust is everything in this industry, and for me to be a creator of somebody else's vision and idea and pick up on the words and the keys, details. I tell my clients, send me pictures of your house. I want to see exactly where you live and reside. Sometimes I ask for that. Other times I just have a nice conversation, drink a little bit with them to get them loose and tell me a little bit about themselves, how they met, what's special to them, where do they go eat, what do they like to do for fun.
Get to know them.
Because then I'm like, okay, my homework is done. I'll have a vision board for you in a couple of weeks or a month. And then I just present to them what I see in them. And most of the time it's a thumbs up, thank God.
So Wildlife Gardens is a venue.
I know.
So what do you think about Wildlife Gardens?
Well, what do you think about me having Liam, my second child's birthday party here?
Oh, I would love that. Yes,
Oh, yes. I'm serious. When, if COVID subsides and I feel comfortable and safe, I will be here for his 9th birthday party, my darling. Seriously, I love it.
Welcome.
It's so warm here, and you have animals everywhere, but it still feels safe, and it doesn't feel loud. For some reason, all the animals are so comfortable in their own space because I see the cages and how wide and big and spacious they are, and it's comparing that to other, comparables and other, venues. I really feel like this gives such a completely different twist to an event experience because I produce event experiences, right? But this is like naturally there.
It's an experience with the animals, an experience with the venue.
And you could come here 10 times and you're going to have 10 different experiences here.
Exactly.
That's what I love about it.
That's the idea.
Yeah. So my darling, and I have lots of amazing friends who love them, a nice animal print. So we'll be wearing faux, but we will definitely be doing some theme parties. Thank you.
Like I said, you're welcome. Okay,
I love it.
So let's look at one of your darkest moments and how you came out on the other side stronger, resilient, and more powerful.
Well, I mean, there's only one that stands out to me, with my whole life. I think it's the passing of my family members in the earthquake in Haiti. So my oldest brother, the one, the first child of 7 kids, was working for the United Nations, and he went to Haiti as one of the last missions with his wife, who was also working for them, and they took their kids, of course, and 3 beautiful little girls, and 2 of them perished as well with him. We were able to save the last one, the baby girl, Aliana, and she's with us now. She's in New Zealand with her mother, and it's just really nice to see her because she is my brother, like in spirit, in body, in just the way she walks and so forth. She plays instruments like him. So with all the loss that we had in the hurt, and he hurts every day, that's one of the elements that keeps me going and feel grateful every single day about being able to live. And when people are like, oh my God, you're too much, you're so hyper, you need to calm down, you need to what? You need to live your best damn life. How
Every
about
day
that?
is like your last damn
Thank
life.
you.
And enjoy it.
Yeah. So that's been the darkest day for sure. But it's brought light to me because it gives me something to focus on. He's always believed in me, and he's always said, "Wow, I want to invest in your business. I want to do. I want to be involved. You're the next big thing." And I'm like, I don't know about that. But now that he's gone, I'm like, I think he was up to something. He saw something in me, and that is like unstoppable. That fire in me is
so that's like your idol.
Oh my gosh, yeah. And my brother, everybody loved him. They flocked to him because it was just an energy that he had. Very Bob Marley-like. Very Bob Marley-like. I remember when he had dreads in his hair and everybody, he has these little eyes, and all the girls were always flocking to him, and he's just a good soul, So I've always, we always looked up to him. He was a trendsetter, culturally aware of everything, and so in his memory, I definitely live, and I know that he's proud of me.
So he's looking over you.
Yeah.
Very important.
Of course.
Given the greatest change globally in 2020, from the pandemic to social justice,
how
has your view on life changed, the way you lead your life today?
Yeah. Well, so for me, I've always felt like my career was amazing and that I was like at the forefront of my career and my advancement in it. And I never stopped to say, oh, where's the racism? Or, oh, where's the injustice in my field? Until George Floyd happened over the pandemic. And it wasn't until June when I all of a sudden started to analyze, and I'm like, wait a minute, what's missing here? I wake up every day, I do my job, I had my team every day doing the most, and we were always ignored when it came to accolades. And I'm not one to say I need accolades to feel important, and that's the reason why I never noticed it until George Floyd happened and his death and what he brought to society as far as their awareness of the injustices that's been happening with the, I think the prejudgment of people just by the way they look and their skin color. And so all of a sudden, I'm getting phone calls and emails like, oh, you're best of the world. You're best of this. And it's great. It's amazing because I always knew I was.
Right,
But the timing was just kind of like, wait a minute. What happened before then? I've been in this business for 20 years.
And nobody had noticed.
Well, yes, of course I had accolades before, but it wasn't so bluntly pushed my way where it was kind of like, okay, timing, let's get her and put her above, above it all. So it was very nice to finally get that pat on the back. Would it have been nicer if I hadn't gotten it before? 100%. And it just made me kind of take notes. And I said, okay, I got it. I'm woke now as far as what's been missing, what's now what's is now
happen in the future.
And it's just a nice cushion padding, but you know what? It just again makes me hungrier for more. So now I want no excuses. I want the accolades when they're due. Thank you.
So through the pandemic, did you feel that your business had stopped or it kept going?
No.
Never stopped.
So, the thing is that no one saw this coming, this pandemic, and it was our first time around. So you can't literally tell your client, well, you want to change dates? I'm going to charge you a new price. It was too off grid for morality for planners. So we all, went with the punches and so forth. And so I think that I got busier because I ended up becoming a lawyer, a psychologist, a psychiatrist, a sister, a best friend. It was just unbelievable. And after the shock and when everyone started staying afloat with what was actually happening is when the business came back. So people, I think, who had the want to get married, they did micro weddings. Micro wedding is just 10 people in your backyard. We're going to do it our way. Screw it. We're not waiting for COVID to leave.
So you had those a lot?
Oh, nonstop. So I was getting flown all over the place to do these amazing, quality-oriented, beautiful farm-to-table experiences with my clients who said, I'm not waiting. I'm going to celebrate later, maybe my 1-year anniversary, do a big bash. But right now, I love this man and love can't wait.
And love can't wait. We had to get married.
Yeah.
Let me ask you, in some of those weddings that were in the backyard, like you said, and they wanted to share with the world or their family, you made that possible?
Of course. It's called live streaming, baby. Everything is virtual now nowadays. You got to find a way. So, of course, we have companies that emerge. The bad, of course, COVID is bad. But the good thing about COVID is it made people think and say, I'm not going down with this freaking shit.
How can I think?
How can I think? How can I reinvent my business, go into another business? Now is my passion. I always want to be an artist. This was everybody's opportunity to be who they were meant to be. Exactly. Those who stayed complacent, have fun, good luck, stay where you are.
And did you reinvent yourself during that period?
I really, to be honest, I didn't really reinvent myself. What I did was I started to reflect internally about who I was, what I really wanted. And it was always something different than just like, I'm just a planner. I've always known that it was more about me that was not just planning. That came innate. That was an innate thing. I was born to plan, literally. So everything else was like, what else can I do? How can I carve out a different niche market? So I have a lot of ideas, and they're going to come to fruition.
You haven't fulfilled yet.
Oh, no. I'm just getting started. Watch out. Yeah.
Okay. So what project is next for you?
What projects are next for me? Lots of collaborations, I think, with the right, people, companies, and so forth with me. I'm just trying to figure out a way to increase the visibility of my actual brand, because I am my brand for sure. But now is how does it show up elsewhere? So now is the time. So
everybody knows.
So it could be in products, for example. Every time that somebody's going to touch something or see something, is going to have my name on it. They're going to say,
"Oh, you're thinking like me."
That's Guerdy. It's going to be like Guerdified. So the word is now Guerdified. We're Guerdify everything that is in tune with our brand for sure.
Nice. Yeah. Okay. And your new project as Housewife, how is that?
Well,
can you talk about it a little bit?
Well, I definitely can, and that's called You Will Have to Watch and Wait and See, honey. The premiere will be soon coming. I'm excited. It was amazing. Representing Miami on this level was like next level. And, you know, being known as a melting pot, this amazing state of ours and city, it was great to be a piece of that puzzle with those girls in that moment. And I promise you, you've never seen a franchise like this before, because we bring international, we bring different cultural perspectives, and, you know, a little sass, of course, you know, but we're all standing our truth and we don't back down. And I think at the end of the day, it shows girl empowerment altogether.
Empowerment, that's the idea.
Yeah.
Yes.
Exactly.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Okay. So where can your listeners, viewers find more information on you and follow you on social
Get a
media?
start on Instagram, that's called, or Facebook, and it's all consistent with Guerdy Design. So GUERDY, DESIGN. Guerdy Design is my Instagram page as well as my Facebook, and trickling into guerdydesign.com, of course, and that's my website where you can see more of my portfolio and also my blog. So, and I call that Keeping It PG Personally Guerdy. So
Yeah, there you go.
KIPG. So I can't wait to work with that brand a little bit more too and develop it.
Well, thank you for being here with us today.
You're amazing.
Thank you.
For you to be a caretaker, it shows a lot about you. My husband's a firefighter, first responder. And when somebody tells me, oh, I have a lot of animals, I take care of them. And for you to be so selfless like that, I always respect people like that who give.
Yeah, I love what I do, and I love where I am today. And, you know, living here is, I mean,
animals are therapy. And so for me, it's like, you know, just walking through this amazing compound, I was like the monkey and, you know, just kind of like seeing all these different animals.
Like, I live in a zoo.
It's amazing. It's
Every
peaceful.
day. Yes.
Thank you.
No, thank you for
Thank
being
you.
here.
Yeah.
Thank you for joining us today, Guerdy. We all look forward to seeing more of you on the return season of Real Housewives of Miami on Peacock in December.
Exciting.
Thank you.
Thank you.
As always, like, subscribe, and comment on this video. And remember, you can listen wherever you get your favorite podcasts. Till next, stay wild, strong, and empowered. I am Maria Tabrawi, and remember, we're all kings and queens in our own jungle. Stream this and new episodes wherever you listen to your favorite podcasts.